Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Sleepless Ninja. We are now on part 3 of our user interface renovation tutorial. Up to this point we have been strictly using minimalistic text. As you can see, we've set a date, a time, and a day of the week and a temperature widget, all using minimalistic text, as well as I set a background from Submicron over in the DeviantArt website. For any information pertaining to that, please refer to parts 1 and 2 of this tutorial to catch yourself up to speed. So let's begin. One of the things I want to do is I actually want to add a widget here to take place within that gap, and also down here. Unfortunately, as you can see, I made a widget a little bit too big and I can't fit another widget right there at this moment. And also here, I can't fit a widget here. So what I'm going to do is shrink both of these widgets and then add the new ones. So let's begin by shrinking this. So the only way that I know, and I'd be very, very happy to hear if there is a different way, but the only other way that I know to quickly change the size of your widget from, say, 5 blocks to a 4 block or a 3 block widget is to remove it and then restore it in a smaller block widget. So what we're going to do then is save, and we'll just call this something unique. This says Ninja Day Weather, so I want to just look back real quick and make sure I have the right one selected. This is still called Ninja Day Weather. Interesting. And let's just look at the custom layout just to confirm. Okay, so first I'm going to give this a unique name. Somehow it got lost. So this is going to be called Ninja Date. Ninja Date Part 3. Since we're on Part 3. Okay, simple enough. And now I'm going to save. And it's going to be saving as Ninja Date Part 3. Okay, let's back out. And let's go forth and remove. And you can see, I just want to quickly pan. Sometimes see this weird thing where all of a sudden in portrait mode another one appears. I just want to remove it. It's a weird thing, but it happens. I'm gonna pan back out for you. We'll just quickly. I don't know if that caught in the lens, but basically another widget appeared here when moving into portrait mode. I have no explanation for this. It's just a little quirk, but it doesn't seem, once you have everything settled, that doesn't seem to occur anymore. So now we're going to add a widget. Let's add the 3x1 that we wanted to add for minimalistic text widget. You can see it right here, so we're just going to click and drop. Okay. So we're now back in here, and then to quickly restore, all we're going to do is go to Ninja Date Part 3. Restore it. You can see all our colors are preserved. If we go back to Custom Layout, you can see our layout is preserved. It's in smaller blocks, so it doesn't fit exactly, which is okay. Now let's just see it on the screen just to confirm that it's there. You sometimes have to do this. You can see it actually fits here. So there we go. So let's now drag it over. And you can see now that widget is no longer covering up that space. So it's now usable space for us. Okay? Now, this widget, when it might change its date or something, and it might bump it over. So we might have to shrink the size down later. But for now, we'll leave it as it is. So now we want to change this also. So we're going to click on it. Let's look at the name. Ninja Day Temp 2. So let's do Ninja Day Weather P3. And OK it. And now let's save it as that. Go back. Again, we're just going to trash it. Bring in a new one. And again, I'm going to go into Portrait just to see if another widget appears. No, another widget does not appear, so we're good on that. Hold down. Another 3x1, just click on it so it just drops in that spot you held down in. And we're just going to quickly go to Restore. And then we can find the Ninja Day Weather P3. And if we back out, you can see there we do have it, and it's taking up much less room. So that's a way to quickly, you know, with quotation marks, it's not that fast, but it's a quickly way to resize your widgets that you want to make the boxes bigger and smaller without having to redo everything using Save and Restore on Minimalistic Text. But we're not done. We want to now add boxes into here. We now want to add text into here. So it looks about like there-ish. So I want to get a template, and I have one in already saved, so we're going to use one of those and basically create a time here, or a battery, excuse me. We want to create remaining battery. So we're going to go, and that area is basically 2x1, so we're going to use a 2x1 minimalistic text widget. Just click it on there. We want to load a template, basically any one that we did before. So we'll do the year and the date. So you can see we loaded all our font values and everything. So now let's give it a specific name though. Thumb keyboard isn't that great when you're not using your thumb. Ninja Battery P3. Okay. And so we're going to go to Custom Layouts now. And we're going to remove the date because we want to actually show the battery. So battery level, right there you saw there's a whole bunch of different stats, but let's do battery level. We can see it's at 73%, which should reflect everything. Tap to go back out. And so you can see I have a couple choices on getting this to fit exactly in the center. So let's go a little bit further into positioning. So I can position it either down here or I can position it on the top. I don't think it's really going to matter in the end, but we'll work on that. So everything has to do with these orientation settings. So we want the horizontal block to be towards, now I believe the center will be the best because it's taking up that zone right now as 2 blocks, so if we center it within that zone it should work. Then the vertical block, now we have it on the top, we want it more towards the bottom. And the horizontal text we want towards the center. You can see somewhat decent. We'll move this down here. And I think we're going to move it up. So we're going to do the vertical block and move it towards the top. And all that does is it raises it up. And there we go. It looks pretty good. I think we should resize it a little. So if we go down to non-accented, bring it down to 29 and set it to bold. We have a nice battery indicator. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. So see, these are fine points. There. So now we have our battery indicator, which is pretty cool. And now I want to put zoom across the top. So we're going to hold on down. First we're actually going to save this. Ninja Battery P3. I'm going to hop on out. And I'm going to click down on here. We're going to add another 2x1. I am going to now restore the battery because we're going to use the same font size and everything. So Ninja Battery P3. And instead we're going to change the custom layout to just text. So we're going to trash this one. And add miscellaneous. We're going to go into our static text. And I don't want the orange, I actually want the white. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm just going to add a space. And so now the next one will be white. I'm sure there's other ways to getting the white first, but frankly this is the fastest for me. And now I'm going to type in zoom. And then I'm going to add another space just to center it. So all I have to do is add another static text, click on it, space. And if we just do a quick preview, you can see that it's hanging there on the bottom. Let's see how it looks on the screen. We have our zoom, so we're going to drag it and drop, and there it fits in kind of perfectly. And we could play with the font sizes to make it look cooler or worse, but you can see it plays off the orange and the white. This is going to finish off minimalistic text. We're going to move into other user interface, widgets, and ways to customize your interface. So I hope you enjoyed this portion of the minimalistic text tutorial, and look forward to the next video update. We'll probably go into a circle launcher. Have a great day, everyone.